It's Nika's real talk from a real place. It's Nika's real talk from a real place. What's up, my good people? Ooh, hey. We in season 4. Say what? We in season 4. Say what? We in season 4. Season 4. Oh my goodness. Woo! We made it, baby. Okay? And keep telling your people about my people so they can know about my people. And then just know about my podcast. That's all I want. Good day, good day, good day. I am excited. I am excited. It's a new season. Hey, I feel like that was preached. But I need to shake my head a little bit there. It's a new season, okay? So let's get right into it. But before we do, y'all know I gotta do promotion because I'm a promotion girl. Okay, all about it. I'm all about the promotions. Okay. First of all, I want y'all to get on over to Bath and Body Work, baby. Cause when I say they got the sales, I just smell. God, God is in this candle. I feel Him. I feel Him so strongly. The Holy Ghost is moving. Okay, now I'm gonna light this up while we in here too. You know, I just like candles because they smell good. And I had bought a lot. I had caught a couple of sales on these here, baby. Put that on over there. So it ain't too close, okay? We're gonna have our entourage right there. Got my little water. You know, when I'm a little thirsty, like I'm a preacher. Yes. And yeah, as you see, baby. Y'all see the glass? Nika. Okay, y'all see that? Cute. All right. I love cute stuff. But first, just let's get into Black Girls Are Pretty Sweet Dreams. Okay? You can get this for your daughter, your son, whoever you want. Because what we want to do is promote that Black girls are pretty sweet dreams. And it takes away from the stigma of Black girls have bad attitudes. Now, don't get me wrong. I have an attitude sometimes. But that's not all the time, okay? Don't get it twisted. But anyway, you can get this on Amazon. And you can look under Shanika Curtis Hayes and also under Brooklyn Hayes. We are both authors, me and my daughter. But again, Black girls are pretty sweet. We just highlighting some of our queens and letting people know that we's here, honey. We's here. All right? Okay, don't get it twisted. And then, whew, out of your pain, journal to victory. Okay, God gave me this some time ago, but I finally did the thing. I did the doggone thing now. Okay, journal to victory. If you are looking to transform your life from those things of the past, because a lot of times we do carry our past and our traumas with us, right? And I understand it's a work. We got to do the work. And here's where you can start. Journal to Victory. You can also get that on Amazon. And also, if you want to get in touch with me to like DM me or anything like that, you can reach me at Coach Nika on Instagram at Coach Nika, and that's NECA. All right, and let me know. Hey, I want to get this book. This is popping. Like I said, this tool, and I'm actually doing the work in it now for myself, even though it's my book and I'm promoting it for other people. But it's a great tool. It's a great tool if you're really trying to get past the things that's holding you. Because sometimes we can't evolve because we still hurting, okay? And sometimes we need that push. And this Journal to Victory, the purple book, is that push. Let it push you. Journal to Victory. Okay? Those awesome tools. Please, y'all, tell your people, get them for Christmas gifts, whatever. Happy Hanukkah, all that. Get it. Okay? Because I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. And also, I wanted to show my daughter beautiful art, Brooklyn. She's so creative and she's really doing great things. But she made this for me. She's like, Mommy, I just want to make that for you because I love you so much. And I'm like, oh, she's so sweet. That's my sweetheart. She makes me cry inside. Okay, I'm a thug. All right. But yeah, so she made this, as you can see. I guess, baby, she hitting y'all with the city, honey. Let y'all know. Shy time, stand up. Okay. And this is just so beautiful. And actually, when I look at this, it reminds me of, I don't know if you all are familiar with I think it's Boomerang. When the girl, she was like she had made a painting. He was like, but why ain't this like this? And she was like, no, I don't want them there. So when I seen that, I thought about the fish that the girl, Boomerang had did, and I thought all about it. It was just a funny scene altogether. But my baby is creative, and I just try to basically push her to be greater and greater. I want her to be way better than me, okay? Because I ain't one of those mamas to be like, I don't want my child to be my successor. Yeah, be my successor. Matter of fact, go above me. Matter of fact, go to that billionaire status before mama get there, okay? I want you to do all that. I push my children because I want them to know that greatness is in me and it's also in them. So if God put it in me, he put it in them. So that thumb print is on them, baby, okay? It's good stuff. But let's get right into this topic because y'all know I could talk forever. I ain't gonna talk that long. I ain't gonna be before you long though today. But I'm just excited about this season 4, okay? Podcast 1, okay? Come on through here, all right? We back at it, so I'm excited about that. So today's topic, speaking life to others when you're hurting. Baby, that's a loaded topic. It's very, very loaded. Speaking life to others when you're hurting. And the reason I say it's a loaded topic, and before we get to that point, I just want to say rest in peace to my bunny, my baby bunny, who is always here while I am doing all these podcasts. Little homie has passed away, y'all. My baby rabbit is gone to rabbit heaven, and I'm thankful for his life. He has definitely changed my life in so many ways. Whew, it was a lot, but if you do look onto my YouTube channel, you can see that we actually had a whole service for him. I don't play no games around here. We gonna do these things, okay? Gonna speak some life up in here when you hurting. But yeah, so let's get back to the topic at hand. But rest in peace to La Homie, my baby rabbit forever. When we look at speaking life to others when I'm hurting, now that's the reason why I say that topic is so loaded, because a lot of times it's hard. It is so hard. And I have been in this position in a lot of interims where, I'm going through something. Then here comes that person that moseys along that's going through something too, and you go, how you want me to minister to you right now? I'm hurting. Okay? You want me to say and speak life to you when I'm hurting? What about me? What about my needs? And that's how, a lot of times how we kind of go about things. We feel like, okay, what about my needs? I know I'm going through something right now. But see, this is one thing that I learned in life, and I'm getting to this point because, I'm almost at 40 shorty. And God is just really like speaking different things to me. Y'all know I don't like to be ashy. I'm gonna get myself together while I present this message to you. And God had to really let me know, like, at the end of the day, yeah, I get it. You are going through something. But then when you go talk to that next person and then you start noticing something, they start telling you their story. They unloading on you. They giving you all their teeth, so to speak. And when you kind of get in it, you're like, wow. And then it makes you think, wow, I'm sitting up here complaining about my loaf of bread gone and I'm really hurt about it. But the whole time this person ain't got no food. They don't have anything. They don't have a home or whatever the scenario may be. And I think that's why this is a loaded topic, because if you really look at it, a lot of times it's hard to speak life when you're hurting, because you're like, who gonna speak to me? And so I have this thing, because I'm one of what you would call the strong friend. I don't have a lot of friends anymore. I didn't cut a whole lot of people off, and my list is very short because I don't have a tolerance for for foolery. Okay, so I noticed that I'm that strong friend that when somebody's going through, oh girl, you gonna get through this. You got this. I know it may look like this, and I'm that person. But when I'm going through, it's like, whoo, it's who gonna speak to me? Who gonna speak like to me? Who's gonna tell me that I'm gonna get through it? Who's gonna push me to say there are greater things ahead for me? Okay. Yeah, I read my word and that's all fine and dandy. You have your words, you can go to church, whatever you do that makes you feel alive when you're going through those different things. You have to find an scapegoat to get to that peace that you're looking for, that sereneness that you're looking for, so to speak. um it's very hard, and I know that that's not something someone wants to do, but I'm gonna tell you this: when you begin to speak life to others when you are going through, I'm telling you, there is a blessing on the other side of that thing. And I know you may be like, girl, bye, Felicia. Okay. Even though that ain't my name. Bye, Nika. Bye bye. um, you don't see it. So the thing is, the synopsis is when you're going through something, you can't see it. You don't understand it. You can't phantom it. You're like, what is going on at this point? I need peace. I need joy. I need strength. I need to come up out of this and be separate because right now I'm hurt. I am so hurt and I don't know how to go about it. I remember a time I was hurting bad, baby. I was down. This probably was around um, when I was getting ready to go through a divorce. And even in recent times, I've had scenarios where I'm really downcasted and I'm going through it. I'm depressed. I'm going through it, right? And then here comes this person that begins to pour their oil and tell you their story and what's going on with them. And it makes you realize, like, I'm sitting up here really going through over. I couldn't get this last outfit because I get mad about that. I'll get downcast about stuff like that. Baby, let me go in the store and they don't got my size in that shoe. It's a struggle for me, okay? Y'all better respect my pain, okay? But like on some real stuff, like I'm giving y'all authentic. Y'all know this real talk, so I'm gonna give it to you in the raw. Um, so when I went through that divorce, baby, when I say I was done, I tapped out. I tapped out, threw that towel in. You know how they say, don't throw that towel in. That towel was up in there. Get this towel. I'm sick of this, all of this. And I really was at the point, like, I gave up. I lost hope. And then I run into a mother. She has 4 children. And she begins to talk about, she's a widow. She's a widow. And of course, I was going through a divorce, so no getting back between us. We're done. And so I talked to this widow, and she said, I do this to get this, and I was able to, in the midst of my pain, because I'm hurt right now. I'm like, I just spent my little youth with this man, like. I done gave my time and invested my time into somebody who does not appreciate me. He may say differently. Who cares? But anyway, this is my story. I'm gonna tell it right. So speaking to this woman who's the widow, she goes, I don't, I don't know what I'm going to do. Where we gonna get our next meal from? She's like, I depended on my husband. And she was like, and I haven't worked a job in years because I depended on my husband. So now here it is. I have these 4 children that I gotta feed. Not only feed them, but I gotta feed myself because if I'm not good, then what am I to someone else? Which is key points. And so I told her, I said, well, I gave her some resources, and I said, I do similarly understand where you're at because right now I'm going through a divorce. And at that time, it was a struggle for me because I had depended on a man to take care of me, baby. Because CTA was paying real good. I was just like, I'm be at home. Why you go out there and drive that bus? Praise God. And so, it was something because it's like when my life was uprooted and I had to find out other ways to get around that thing that I was carrying was speaking life to someone else. And so I gave this lady resources that I had because, of course, I'm looking for resources because right now I needed the help at that time, right? And so she goes, I'm so grateful for you. She's like, you are my angel. I say, ain't no angel now. I ain't Della Reese now. This ain't touched by an angel now. But she said, because here it is. I'm trying to figure it out. But it was already worked out. I just had to come in contact with you so that I can actually get what I needed. So that I can be more of a help to my children. And I said, ooh. I said, girl, that was preach, honey. Auntie, you preached that, And we both smiled. Because I'm telling you, when we first met, it was just like, she like, I'm like, But I don't even remember how we even started to talk where, she could share. Because people have a knack of doing that with me. Like, I'm one of them people like that fountain. You want to drop some stuff off. You want to just talk about it. I'm one of them people, I don't like to be that person all the time because, again, when I'm going through something, it's hard. So, me giving those resources to that woman and lightening up her day and making her year, even so to speak, a little bit more better and a little bit more manageable. Um, I want to say right after that, um, God had opened up a door for me where I had got another job where I can actually, work full time and do some things. Because I'm telling you, for me, when I first started out, when I was going through that divorce, I was working a job where I was making like nothing. I can remember the pay. The pay was $7, I think. I was making $7 an hour. And look at where I'm at. Oh! It's a blessing on the other side. Hey, I'm happy about it. Got my bracelets up. Give God some glory right now. I was making $7 an hour. And to look back to think about that now, it's like, whoa. Whoa! God did it. God did it. Only God gets the credit for that. So I was making that amount of money. I was struggling. I had to, you know, ask, the person, my landlord at the time, which was my godmother, of course I still gotta pay while I lay. So I'd be like, can I give you this? Can I give you $250 this weekend? $250. I was struggling. So God began to take me to the other side of that thing. And like I said, eventually I got another job where I was making a little bit more. And I was able to be more manageable with my bills. But I said all that to say it was a person that was hurting. I was hurting. And I was able to speak things into her so that she can go on and she can take care of her 4 children. And eventually, when those 4 children grow up, I mean, I don't know where this woman is right now, but it's just that moment that it was momentum for me and for her because I was able to speak something into her. And like I said, there is a blessing on the other side of speaking life to people because after that day, I don't know what happened, but God began to open up the heavens for me. And I became more grateful. I had more gratitude. I didn't look at things the way that I viewed them. My bills were getting paid. I don't even know how I paid them. Um, God opened up some doors for me. So I say all that to say, when we are going through, it's kind of hard to really speak to someone else or let them know, because when you're suffering in silence, it's like, I'm suffering right now. How can I render myself to you when I'm suffering? I'm hurting. Baby, I'm telling you. That's some real talk for you right there. That's some honesty for you, for real. Because it's very hard to um speak life when you hurt. It's hard to do anything when you hurt. And so I think for me, this whole show is about getting out of your normal. Yeah, I'm going through, but who can I help to get through what they're going through? And I get it. Sometimes we do need to be fully healed of some things. So I ain't saying to go out and be unhealed and just going out here trying to speak life to people. It's in that moment, that raw moment, that you can change a life. It's in that raw moment you can help somebody talk them back from the ledge. It's people out here for real, want to take their lives. It's people out here for real, don't care about nothing. It's people out here that are seriously hurting and they need someone to say it's gonna be okay. It may just be that one person that you say it's gonna be okay. I get it. When you are hurting yourself, it's hard to say something to someone else. I get it. But I'm going to tell you this. Don't knock your blessings. Do not hold your blessings back. And even in the midst of your pain, praying through that thing, believing God is going to take you from that thing. Journal to victory. I'm telling you, for real. Like, you gotta stop thinking all the time that your circumstances is just about you. It's always a bigger picture. It's a bigger picture. It's not just about, okay, how I'm gonna do this and why I'm gonna do this. It's not always about that. It's about you being a vessel to what God has planned for your life. And sometimes I know we don't want to do, because I'm going to tell you, me and that borderline baby, that borderline personality I got, baby, I don't want to be bothered with nobody. Do you hear me? Look at me. I don't want to be bothered. But because I know my assignment is greater than just me and my own personal ish, okay, this is not just about me. It's about me building up the kingdom of God. How am I going to build the kingdom? By spreading his words to the highways and the byways, baby. It's not just about me. And I think a lot of times the problem that we have in America or any other parts of the world, the biggest problem we have is self. And you know why? Because sometimes self can get in your way. Self can block you from what God is trying to do in your life. Self can make you think that it's all about you, baby, but it was never all about you. From the time that you were born for a purpose. From the womb, that's what Jeremiah says. From the womb, I knew you. God knew you from the womb, okay? So it's not about you. So that moment that you were conceived, God had purpose for you. That moment that you begin to walk and talk, God had purpose for you. And it reminds me of Joseph, the dreamer. Because Joseph was a dreamer, but yet Joseph's dreams were deflected. People didn't want to hear what Joseph had to say. They didn't want to hear that Joseph was going to be prosperous. They didn't want to hear that Joseph going to go places in his life. But he did what God called him to do. He spoke life even when people didn't even want to receive it. And it got so bad to the point that they tried to get rid of him. They tried to dispose of him because they said if we dispose of him, we won't hear what is going on in this success that he's talking about. But baby, when you think you're exposing or disposing someone, and that person begins to be and walk in their calling, then you can know that, man, I didn't even know it was going to go down like that. See, I'm going another way about this thing. Joseph became a ruler over many, honey, even though they tried to dispose him because of what he was speaking, okay? So they didn't know he was speaking life to them. Hey! Before they tried to do him what they tried to do to him. Okay? So Joseph got to the end of that side when he seen that promise that he's seen. So I'm saying to you, when you're hurting and you don't see your way past it, speak life in the midst of it. Because, baby, God gonna make you rule over many things, honey. Okay? Ha! That thing right there just set my soul on fire because I know that on the other side of it, there's something. Who was another person that was hurting in the Bible? David. Because David's son did something to his daughter. And the other son, like, wait a minute. You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. David was hurt because his son did this to his daughter. But in the midst of that, he still was trying to speak to his other son and say, please, don't go this way. We don't want to go this route. And the story turned a whole nother way because David ended up having to take his own son out. It hurted him. It hurted him. But he was trying to speak life. He was trying to tell his son, don't go this route because he didn't want it to get to the point that it got to. So I say this to you. When you are going through, have your moment. Get through it. But just know, somebody else is waiting on an answer from you. You have that Joseph answer for them. You have the answer to speak life and to let them know success shall come forth. Okay? But believing that thing is the other thing of it. It's the other side of it. Because you never know who life you can change in an instance. You don't just continue to, I tell people, get out of yourself. Get out of yourself. Because there's so many people hurting. Get out of yourself. There's so many people that need to hear what God is saying through you. You are a vessel. From the moment you were born, you were a vessel. So if you got your moments, you're hurting right now, I understand. I really do understand. Shake it off. Shake it off, baby. Twerk it out. Whatever you got to do. Because, baby, when it's time to put in this work, God is calling for his people to do what he called them to do. And I'm going to tell you this. Stop listening to what other people got to say that ain't got nothing going on. Okay? Because it's your time. It's your time. Now is the time. That's what the word now. Not tomorrow. Now. So whatever you call to do, like I said, if you need a moment, you're going through depression right now, give yourself a moment. Give yourself a moment. Because at the end of that thing, at the end of that tunnel, this is my favorite thing to say. At the end of the tunnel, there is a light. And baby, that light is you, okay? God has some things for you, but you got to get through that tunnel in order to get to what he's saying. And how could you speak life in the midst of you hurting? There is a blessing on the other side of it. So get to it. Get to it, get to it, get to it. Okay? Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Because God is going to do amazing things for you if you trust his plans for your life. And I know it's hard to speak life when you're hurting yourself. But I'm telling you from experience, I'm telling you from the things that I've been through. Don't let this pass you by. And as much as, like I say, I don't like to be bothered with people, but when God tells me to speak, I speak. When God say, okay, it's your time to shine, baby, go ahead, go on in there. I'm going. I'm going wholeheartedly. Because I know at the end of that thing, there's something amazing. And all these attacks that you're going through, they are not in vain. They are not in vain. Baby, there is something on the other side that God is doing. So for that, I give him glory. So season 4 already to start with a bang, baby, okay? I love y'all. Take on to these words. Listen to them. Feed them to your people. But God has blessing for his people. Even when you hurting, like I said, from the womb, you were created to be great. So you got to be great on purpose, all right? That's all I got for you. It's been great. It's your girl, Nika. Love, peace, and just let your soul glow.